It's important to give yourself permission to live life again. Most people will tell you that's what their loved one would want them to do. There's things that you can do to make that happen. You can reach out to your family, your loved ones, take on new adventures. Give yourself permission to enjoy life. Give yourself permission to laugh. So many times I hear people say that they feel guilty if they laugh or if they have fun. I had a mother tell me one time that her baby had drowned, and she took it very hard, as you can imagine. But her friend had wanted to get her out of the house, and so she went to a local Walmart. And as they were leaving, one of the children said something, and it was funny, and everybody laughed, including her, and she laughed. But no sooner had she laughed, she stopped and caught herself, and she began to look around to see if anybody saw her that she knew. In her mind, she felt they would be judging her, and she didn't want them to think, she's out here having a good time, and she just lost a baby. What's wrong with her? I encouraged her. I said, you continue to do that. There's nothing wrong. You must give yourself permission to laugh, enjoy life. Enjoy those other children that are around you that need their mom. And I think she began to look at it in a different way, and I was so glad that she did. And your families want to see you laughing. They want to see you having a good time. They want to see you enjoying life again. You want to avoid getting stuck in grief. It's like, if you can think of rolling up a ball of yarn and dropping it. And it rolls across the floor, but it doesn't roll all the way to the end. Well, you pick the ball of yarn up, and you start rolling it back up again. You might drop it again. Maybe it didn't roll as far out that time. Pick it up, start rolling it back up. Grief is like taking 3 steps forward and 2 steps back. There will be times that you're going to go backwards in your grief. But each time you don't go quite as far back as you did maybe months down the road. So what's important is to keep moving forward. Just remember that it does get better. It will not always feel this way. In time, you'll be able to live your life again. You'll be able to think about that person and talk about that person and not cry. There'll always be tears at some point throughout the years. It's been many years since my father passed away. It took me a long time to get to the place where I could even talk about him without crying, but I got there. But even today, after many years, on a special occasion, or depending on the conversation, I'll find myself tearing up and crying again as well. So it can still happen, but you'll reach a point where you can start talking to them about it again. You can begin to go to a church service again. You'll be able to engage in those activities that you once did. So there's hope. Don't give up hope. There's hope in the future. It will not always be this bad. The goal is to remember and talk about your loved one and be able to embrace them without the pain.